What is up, my friends, and welcome to another tournament video. Third week in a row. Actually, I skipped 1 week, I believe, but almost third week in a row where we're going to be playing the weekly Monday tournament with some challenges. Now, today, I thought it'd be really fun to just do some freestyle stuff, so I don't even know what I'm going to do myself yet. But like I always say, that's often when I, come up with the most stupid, funny shit. So that's what we're going to do. I kind of feel like playing some mass banshees for some reason, so I might do that. Now, I did have a little bit of a funny situation. This match was ready for 20 minutes already, but apparently the NA server is just dead. So we are now playing Mexico against Korea on the European server, which is probably kind of fair. It's just very laggy, so I guess it's going to be quite an adventure. We should probably both have around 200 ping, so that's going to be fantastic. Now, I'm playing against a player that is apparently a bit of a mystery. Second tournament in a row, I'm playing against a player that I've never heard of before. That is apparently quite high ranked. The last time I lost to Sunrise, if you guys remember that. And now we're playing against Perceive. So apparently this guy was a Protoss player called Triple, who people started saying was suspicious. And then he just changed his name to Perceive. And now you can't find him anywhere. There's no account called Perceive on the ranked ladder. It's a bit of a mystery. I also thought he was a Terran player, but apparently he's Protoss. Or no, he plays every race, I heard. So I guess we'll see. I have no idea what to expect from this match, but surely it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I do really want to go for some mass Banshee stuff for game number 1. I have no idea how he plays, so that makes it a little more difficult to actually do a very elaborate strategy in advance. Because usually you want to use mind games for that, and if I don't know what he's going to do, then, well, that makes it a little bit hard. So I could open with a little bit of Reaper Hellion aggression. I think that'll be nice. Double gas on one base. Not typically a fan anymore of the early Reaper Hellion aggression, because I feel like most Protoss players just build blind batteries, and then that's kind of it. But I do feel like it feeds pretty well into my mass Banshee strategy, so that's why I like it. So what I'm gonna do is I'll make 3 Reapers, 2 Hellions. Try to run past any kind of battery. Might not have any, in that case we just run into the natural. Try to kill probes, and then I think I want to go for double Starport Banshee, something like that. Now, I don't want to be too risky with this. That is a Sentry, because if you had an Oracle and a Nexus that fast, that would honestly be incredible. I would need to study his build if that was the case, but there's absolutely no way. It did scare me for a little bit, though. I was like, what did I just see? But no, it's just a fake Oracle. And we can't deny he's mining for a little bit. He is going to scout what I'm doing. Actually, because of that, I'm pretty tempted to go for proxy starports instead. I don't know how long the hallucinations last pretty long. As you can see, it's going to take quite a while, right? And he's going to hallucinate another thing after. That's the thing. So after this Oracle expires, he's going to hallucinate another thing. Okay. Now I'm going to move out my SCVs. And if I would build my stuff in the front, then he would just be able to see that. And I don't want that, of course. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait here for a sec for my units to join up. And I guess I'll build my starports over here like that. Yeah, why not? Just a little bit of, average starport placement, really. And now I'm going to just YOLO in and see if I can kill anything over here. He's going to go for Twilight Council. Okay, he does have double battery. I am aware of that. Maybe I can snipe a probe down here. Look at this. That's a pretty nice spot. Can I jump here? Oh, you can. Look at that. Hey, I think I've gotten owned by that before, funnily enough. This time it was me that gets to use it. That's great to see, actually. I feel like normally there's a couple things, and I have to be honest. I'm not sure if I'm stubborn or just forgetful, but there's a couple things like that where I must have lost it at like 5 times or something, and I just never remembered that it was actually a jump spot. So now I'm happy that it was actually me that got the benefit from it. Now keep in mind, he did use... It's a forge as well. He did use his... I was going to say there's barely no range of the battery. Already killed that. There we go. Okay, I used another force field. Yeah, if he doesn't save energy, that means that he is not gonna have as many hallucinations, which is great news for me. Now, I think because of the Oracle timing, my SCVs are actually gonna get back unspotted, which is nice. I'm gonna get a little bit of a supply block here. Cloak or... Cloak first against Protoss, I think, right? Yeah, that should be the choice here. And then I'm gonna go for a 3rd command center. I can snipe that probe, perhaps. Not sure if that was worth it. Even just taking damage on it might not entirely be worth it, because maybe I had some you know, potential with these Reapers. Is this down yet? It's not down yet, unfortunately. Okay. I was hoping he wouldn't know that. Wait, did he actually... Oh! Can I jump? Yeah, I think I can, right? I just did. Yeah, there you go. Okay, nice. And now we get speed as well. That's what we want. He's making zealots. Okay, so this guy seems to be afraid of some kind of tank push. And does he have... He does have a robo. He has cannons as well. Interesting. Okay. What do I do here, guys? It's not an easy game for sure strategically because I can't push at all. He can push me and kill me potentially because he has mass... Please stop doing that. Because he has mass charge slots, which is problematic. I was not paying attention. He might lose a couple zealots, which is nice. Reapers. Yes, there you go. Okay, so he can't move across at all. But I can obviously do damage with these Banshees. Now, he has cannons in that mineral line, which I'm very unhappy with. Because cannons, even though they're not like an ultimate counter to the Banshees, right? Because you can still kind of fly around them and do some damage. It also means that he's not gonna just viciously die. Now, this battery placement is gonna make it easier for me because that means the cannon can't be on the top side. So if he has one, it's gonna have to be down there. Okay, so making a cannon there now, it's a little bit too late. But even if that cannon finishes, I still have a lot of angles to attack from. He has an observer here as well. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save these two Banshees. And I'm gonna make a couple of turrets around my base. Ooh, oh, that's actually surprising that that was able to be hit down there. Okay, now I have speed as well, and now I think we're just going to be massing Banshees for the rest of the game. I don't know if I can ever take a base. That's what I'm most worried about, to be honest. Okay, let's see if I can snipe a couple workers again. There we go. I could technically max on tanks and marines without upgrades. Oh, actually, okay. That's I didn't actually intend to bring that Banshee back, so that's a little bit of a mistake by me. Now, since he's at home, I am tempted to just try and take a base, to be honest. It could be the right choice here. Let me uncloak these real quick. Do not do that. Okay. Then I think I'm going to unsiege, and I think we're just going to go for it. Because if I don't ever take this base, let me re-hotkey it as well. If I don't ever take this base, then we're just cooked, right? Like, it's never going to go well for me. Yeah, it's really scary to play against Protoss, because if you don't have, like, the proper composition, like, you know, stimmed bio and mines and stuff, you will get obliterated by zealots no matter what. So that's why I'm playing so incredibly scared. I'm even going to get the turret range upgrade here, actually, which I think is a... well, it's probably a surprising choice, but I actually think it's kind of decent because it might help prevent war prisms from entering the main base. I'm going to go for a sensor tower over here. Let's see if I can get some more pros with these. He probably thinks I'm done making Banshees, but he only thinks that because he hasn't watched enough YouTube videos, right? Every one of you knew I was going to keep making Banshees until eternity. Here we go. Okay, got nice 4 bunkers going up. Now, if I was him, I would probably go for Phoenixes. I think I'm just going to go for battle cruisers here, actually. Let me get the double armory out. Gotta keep making sure that I add more and more defenses, because otherwise we might be in trouble at some point, right? Keep dropping mules, get depots in there. Let's see if I can get in here. Because I know his... that cannon is very well placed, actually, against this. Maybe I can get a little bit of a sneaky... Look at this. I'm baiting his stalkers to the left side. No, wait. Wait, what the hell was his army movement just now? Yeah, that was so weird, actually, right? I'm so confused with what I just saw. My brain kind of exploded. He didn't go for the Banshees at all. Instead, he was going to the right side, which was very weird. I'm not quite sure what to say about that. And I got more Banshees on the way. Guess I might as well use these ones right now. Let's get Yamato on these. If I was him, I would really attack soon-ish. I'm actually going to get a couple turrets out of here as well, just so the prism can't enter from that angle. Then I'm going to get air upgrades. I'm still expecting to be attacked. He actually made a surprising amount of Banshees too, by the way. Or, sorry, Stalkers. Okay, so now he has multiple cannons. I dig that. That's a good move by him for sure. And we're just going to be shooting at this pro from this angle. Let's see. There's nothing over here right now. I actually found something. What the hell is that? A gateway, I guess, but... Okay, well, maybe he's just playing mass gateway style, actually. That is probably what it is, right? Otherwise, I don't know why... that's... Okay, that's kind of funny what I'm witnessing here. Alright, let's see. Can we defend the freaking zealots? The answer is pretty likely to be no, if I'm honest, but I guess we'll see. Okay. I did kill 1 million workers already, but I think the zealots are going to be a little bit too overwhelming. I told you guys, defending zealots is just... It's so freaking crazy. Oh, man. I don't think he has that many workers left. Does he have detection here, actually? Doesn't look like he has detection. I have 2 BCs on the way as well. 2 of those Colossus are fake, funnily enough. So this was actually just pure Zealots. There was not even an element of Colossus in there. It was basically pure Zealots. Still no detection, by the way. And I do have 2 BCs finishing. Let me teleport the BC in here. Let's see if I can clear this up with my follow-up Banshees. Maybe. Battlecruiser is going to be able to survive. Let's see. Does he have bases? No. Okay, so this was pretty much a complete all-in. Is that a real Colossus? I think that was the one remaining real one. Maybe we can repair these Banshees a little bit, actually. Is my BC going to get anything done here? I mean, we are going to be able to survive. Right? So I'm not 100% sure if I want to leave yet, to be honest. I do have some BCs on the way. I do have 4 command centers as well. I mean... Wait, what? Oh, I was like, how do I see that? You guys saw my surprise? I was like, wait, what? How on earth can I see that one? Yeah, I can make another BC instead of repairing stuff. That's probably the... Please give me 1 gas, bro. Oh, I'm missing 1. The repair is barely too fast for me to... Come on, no! I keep missing 1 gas. Are you freaking kidding me right now? That's crazy. Let me repair this bad boy. See if I can get a little bit more gas. I did actually manage to start that BC, which is nice. It's probably just going to go for a mass stalker if I have to guess. Okay, let's see if I can camp here. He does have a bunch of stalkers, plus 1 attack only. That is not super significant. Right, that is something that we can maybe deal with. The cannons are a bit of a problem, though. Let's see if I can find any damage over here. The mules right now are not super important. I mean, I'm already producing enough SCVs. Microing on this ping is actually a little bit of a struggle with the Banshees, as you can see. 2 Banshees are going to stay alive, though, which is great. I'll chill with this one a little bit. Okay, I'm going to move this one back for now, I think. Is there anything that I can build? Maybe siege tanks on the high ground against the stalkers could be helpful. I say very, very carefully. Okay. Stalkers are still here. It's actually, like, you might think it's a mistake to lose any units, but honestly, I think it's a decent idea because I just want him to be at home. That's the only thing. The only way I could ever win this is if he stays at home forever, basically, and I can build up. Otherwise, there's just absolutely no chance. Let's see if he's taking the base by now. Wouldn't surprise me. Is he still here? Yeah, I think it kind of looks like he's moving across now. I could be wrong, of course, but I might as well just get in there. That's actually a slow warping on that Stalker, which is great. Okay. I also have multiple Banshees now. Let's maybe get in here with this BC. Yamato, the thingy-majingy there. Okay, try to get... Well, actually, I don't even have money to make walls, to be honest. Okay, we'll kill that battery, and then we'll kill this cannon, and then we might have some chances. Here we go. He's actually targeting the BC, which is not the best choice ever, to be honest, but... I mean, this BC is actually popping off with the 1-1, by the way. It's doing very, very nicely for me, but I think it's barely not going to be enough. GG's gonna have to be called. Hey, this game was actually significantly closer than I thought it was, right? 50 supply against 88. Yo, this was actually kind of nice. This was so much closer than I had expected. Now, let's look. I guess this style that he's playing, by the way, which is pretty much low gas count and just kind of 3 base all in, that should be, I mean, I don't want to give you guys too many hints for this, but that should be the ultimate counter to virtually every single mech challenge, because I mean, you can really barely survive this. Like, if you look at the situation here, like, I mean, I don't know how many workers we killed. 28 workers were killed. I have 4 full bunkers with 4 siege tanks, right? I have 1 other full bunker here. Banshees were doing good, but it's so hard to deal with Zealots, right? Tanks are not good against Zealots. Marines are good against Zealots if they're safe and if they have stim and combat shield. So he did find the right strategy. If he went for a little bit more of a typical approach, like let's say taking a 4th and 5th base, that would cost him 8 Zealots, then I think we actually would have been in a good spot. But for now, even the units was pretty disgusting here. For now, we weren't able to defend. We did make it very, very close, though. Let's go to game number 2. Okay, game 2 is going to be on Mothership, and I picked this map for one very specific reason. And that reason is that this map is a 3-player map, okay? And what that means is that this is the best possible map for the bomb cloud, okay? God, I always love doing this because it feels so dumb. But this is the one map where you can do the bomb cloud and it like... Let's say, well, I wouldn't, I was going to say the only map where it makes sense. I wouldn't say it makes sense, but it's... The thing is, like, he's going to scout a base, and he's not going to realize where I am, right? Because he doesn't have I'm not in the main base, so he's going to check the other main base. And that is where he might be in a little bit of trouble. And I guess I should probably just start walling off this ramp. Bomb Cloud was the best against Protoss, for sure, of all the matchups. I don't really remember why, to be honest, because it sounds incredibly dumb, but what I remember is that very often they would get desperate and start attacking me with crappy armies, and I would be able to defend because I'm just, you know, making bunkers on my weird base, and then I could counterattack with a 1-on-1 tank on him, pretty much. I remember it being the worst against Zerg, because Zerg can just build Zerglings and, you know, flood your base, and there's not much you can do about it, because look how open this is, right? Like, you need a wall. So, I mean, it is going to be... Wait, he's playing Protoss, right? Okay, just making sure he didn't change races quickly in between the games.
Not enough.
So, yeah, this is going to be exciting. I've always wanted to do this in a tournament. I thought... Excuse me, I thought it would actually have a good chance of making for a fantastic mind game. I hope that he's like, he spawned here, and he checks this base first, and then he goes for this one, and he's like... Wait, what? Like, what the hell just happened? Now, the last game he actually didn't scout with the probe. But if you play on this map, you actually have to, right? So I imagine that he should be scouting right now. I guess we will see.
Not enough minerals.
I haven't scouted myself, but that actually makes sense, right? Because, I mean, I feel like the only thing I could do is give it away, and I'm already pretty low on money. I think the official disadvantage of this is about 4 workers, by the way. So you basically trade 4 workers to blow your opponent's mine. That's what it comes down to. That's as best as I can explain it, really. Alright. Should probably go for a reactor right after this. No, I'll make another Reaper first, actually. I'm gonna go to the... Actually, no, I'll just go here. I just want to know where he is, more than anything else, right? I don't really want to play mind games too much. I just want to know where he is. Is he here? He is here. That was a pretty... No, that's not a fast nexus. It's just my build is... My build is crap. That's basically what it comes down to, I guess. Okay, so he's sending an hallucination straight to my base. Not suspicious at all, of course. Let's see if I can find anything here. There is a blind battery. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I can see why this guy is suspicious. Okay, I really doubt he scouted the other base. I'll be honest. I mean, I'm gonna check, as you guys know, if I make an accusation. I always check. Well, it's not really a formal accusation. I'm just saying it's a little bit suspicious to say the least. But I will make sure to check and update you guys on if I was a silly goose or not. But this guy is 100% a little bit sus. I noticed it a bit in the last game as well, especially with the cannons, because that just makes no sense to do. But it's all good. Let's focus on the game for now. He's making another battery out here. I'm not sure how I can... Like, I kind of want to lift this off... yeah, I'm just going to do it. I'll try to go for the perfect build possible, right? I'm going to lift this one off. And try to get Banshees instantly. And then we'll see. I'm actually going to make a bunker in front of this base. I think that is the smartest thing I can do. Like, he didn't play Blink last game. He was playing Robo this time, actually. He went for Observer first. Okay. Wait, I think I must have seen that. It's so weird that I didn't pay attention to it, I guess. Alright. Yeah, this looks okay to me, actually. I'm not sure if I should get Cloak even, by the way. Should I get Cloak? Or is it kind of a waste of money? Twilight Council now. Oh, that's barely in range. Yay, there we go. I got one. Probably could have killed that Reaper, actually, if we microed a little bit better there, but I'm not going to complain about it. Okay, you go in here. Brought the fake Oracle back. Okay, we just learned that he's an F2 demon. Welcome to the club, buddy.
Not enough minerals.
Get my tank over here. If it's Robo, I guess I should be afraid of drops, but I also don't really have to be afraid, because if he's gonna go for a drop, I think I just... Oh, he's playing this quite weirdly, actually. I guess he's just preparing for my all-out push. I was more hoping that he would drop me, and then... And Immortal was here as well. That he would drop me, and then I could go for a counter. But if he has that many units, that is going to be a little bit of a difficult one to pull off, that is for sure. I would like to get some damage done with my freaking Reapers at least. But yeah, since there's a battery, it's going to be a tough one. Okay, so he's going to go for a drop. But I feel like I should be in a decent enough spot to defend that. Oh, he put the prism back. Okay. Or is that an hallucinated prism? Probably not, right? Wait, can I? I think I can actually kill that. If I'm... Instantly? No, barely not. That was too late. Oh, that sucks. Okay, there's no charge yet. I need 3 siege tanks to overpower a battery. That's the magic number, by the way. With 2 siege tanks, you can barely not even get through 1 battery, so you just lose your army for free, basically. Don't want that to happen, of course. Now we're gonna get 3 siege tanks, and we're gonna pull all the boys. That is the play. Here we go. Gonna go across right now. Oh, look, he's getting massively distracted here. That's beautiful. That prism lets me know that he used the all-army hotkey, so we should be able to get in here for free. Now, is that going to be enough to win? That is another question entirely, of course. Okay, let's see. He's moving his army to the front. I'm just going to siege up this. Oh, should be pretty nice to get those... Oh, charge just finished. I was going to say maybe we can cancel charge or get the pylon or something. That would have been so beautiful. Hey, he's going to pull the workers here. I mean, these... that's a fake Colossus, right, I think? Yeah, it is a fake Colossus. I'm just targeting the Stalkers there. He's warping in on top of my... army, which I don't actually mind that much, to be honest. Let's see if I can get that immortal. That'd be very nice. He's gonna pick it up. He's not gonna pick it up. Okay, now we killed a lot of stuff. Keep that in mind, guys. We also killed a lot of probes, right? Like, he pulled the probes. Fake Colossus finally goes down. Feels good, man. Now, what do we do after this? That is a good question. I guess I could actually still go for Cloak here. Because he didn't make cannons, right? I could still go for Cloak. I think that's not actually that crazy. Now, does he have a third base behind this? That is a good one. I'm going to make an engineering bay here in case he is going to go for DTs, because DTs honestly wouldn't be the craziest scenario for them, I have to say. A little bit expensive, right? Well, no, well, he does have 3 gases. I think he could actually go for it. Also, he does have an actual robo bay. I was sure that he wouldn't even have it. I guess I wasn't paying attention to the buildings there. Okay, so he does have how many pros? Oh, no pros. Okay, that's good to see. I was worried that he would have mad probes there for a second, but that is not the case, so that is nice to see. I could go for... Is there an observer here by any chance? I could go for a little bit of a double whammy, or I could go instantly. What I mean by that is I could go for 2 Banshees into the third base, 2 Banshees into the natural, or I can just go right away. I guess I should kind of wait for Cloak anyway, right? So... Now, the problem is that my next attack is going to be very hard to pull off because he's going to have Charge and Colossus. And as you saw in the last game, Charge is pretty good against this kind of stuff. And that is not going to be pleasant. So I do think I have to go at some point, though. I don't think this is the kind of game where I can survive forever. Did I see an observer there, or did it just look like it? It just looked like it. Maybe it was like the low effect over here. Okay, so I'm going to send my 2 Banshees to the third base. And then I'm going to try to hit another timing. I think that's the only option I have, actually. And that's what I'm going to go for here. Let's see what he has at the front. Right now, literally nothing. Interestingly enough, does he have upgrades? He does not have upgrades. I have a double set of Banshees, which he definitely should not expect, but we'll see. Maybe he's an absolute mastermind. He's making cannons again. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, but... Banshees, but he doesn't know that I don't have Cloak. He doesn't see Cloak, makes no cannons, then all of a sudden starts making cannons. I think he's just a genius, guys. What can I say? Absolute genius over here. And I'm gonna have to go with these, with my army to the front, that is for sure. Doesn't seem to have a lot of Stalkers, so that's gonna make my life a little bit easier here. Does have an we actually can kill sentries, maybe. Okay. Forgot his observer for a second. 2 sentries go down. That is pretty massive, actually. Okay, then I'm gonna hold position these guys over here. Let's see how close the army is. The army is not that close, so we're gonna be able to siege in an incredibly nasty position, which is very nice. There we go. He's gonna be able to take care of this Banshee, so now we can go over here. Actually, I should probably keep my Marines in the right spot. Let's make sure to target that Templar. Just in case it has... just in case it has Storm. I think it probably doesn't, but you never know, I guess. And here we go. Could kill a War Prism. I don't know how meaningful that is. I think I might actually have to add some production facilities here. Like, I feel like we should be able to kill him with this push, but yeah, I don't want to, you know, have 1 million pesos forever in the bank, right? Actually, in real life, that would be nice, but here, not so much. Okay, he's going to try to warp on the top of my units again. The War Prisms die, and there we go. GG is called. And he has lost to the Bomb Cloud. There we freaking go. So this is proof, guys. The Bomb Cloud is better. Oh my god. Imagine this after playing the Bomb Cloud. That is absolutely unreal. Now let's go back to my claims that he's a little bit suspicious, because I never want to make basis claims like that. This guy does not scout on a 3-player map and then just sends an Oracle straight to the base. Okay, I mean, that is suspicious, but obviously he could have... Actually, okay, if we're being honest here, I know he shift-clicked it, but you can see with the timing of this Oracle that you can't actually scout both bases with that. So, I mean, it's whatever. It's a very, how do you say this? Very questionable strategy. Obviously, it doesn't prove anything. So, that's, you know, guilty until proven innocent. Now, what I really want to see is why he started building freaking cannons. If he had an observer in my base, it's going to be like, okay. If he didn't, then I'm gonna have to do something to just absolutely obliterate him next game that doesn't involve silly gooseness. I mean, at this point, like, what has he actually seen? So he saw my 1-on-1 setup, right? Yeah. So he sees I'm making Banshees. Okay, they're not making Cloak. And yeah, he doesn't worry about getting cannons at all or anything like that, right? Then this whole attack happens. Then normally after this, you would never keep making Banshees, so I start building Cloak. Let's see, the Observer is gonna go across. Okay, he does see it. All right, so from this game, we can't say anything yet, okay? I was proven wrong here. He does feel a little bit sus. I can't lie about it, but so far, we don't have any proof that he's cheating or whatsoever. So we're just gonna keep playing as if he is innocent, which he probably is. Good that I checked myself on that. Can't just go out making, you know, rampant accusations or whatever. Let's go to game number 3. Okay, for game number 3, I'm going to both be a sneaky guy and I'm going to put him to the test again. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a proxy barracks play. And this is honestly going to tell us a whole lot. Because keep in mind, this guy doesn't scout and plays sentry first. Both games, including on a true player map. So let's see if we can do a little bit of digging here, okay? Now, what would be the best proxy to do against sentry first? I think, I mean, Reaper is incredibly tempting, of course. Marauders should actually, I think I know it. I think the best proxy is, excuse me, 1 barracks proxy Marauder. So the most common proxies against Protoss are 1 barracks proxy Reaper, which is a little bit out of fashion, to be honest, but I mean, that doesn't matter for me, of course. I don't care if builds are in or out of fashion. Or proxy 2-rax Marauder, which is a pretty difficult build to defend. A lot of Protoss players die to that instantly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go for 1 barracks proxy Marauder. Requires a pretty, well, yeah, I would say unusual response, right? Because it's not 2-rax Marauder. Oh, okay, now we go for a fast guy. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I know, once again, there's, you know, guilty until proven innocent. There's no proof, but this is, it's getting a little crazy, honestly. I can't lie about it. I'm going to go for the 1 barracks proxy Marauder. It's also the best mind game, by the way. Because it's not an actual build that people do that are not me. That's kind of the thing, right? So if you think it's a proxy Marauder, you usually go for like an ultra defense because you think it's 2 racks. If you think it's proxy Reaper, you play like it's proxy Reaper. This guy is not making an expansion, which is also very crazy. Let's see, what is he actually up to here? Gateway all the way in the back. Second gas. Yeah, okay. I mean, we'll see. It's not looking promising for our guy over here, I'm saying. And not in terms of him winning the game, but in terms of my sus levels. Because what he's doing is, once again, a little bit absurd, especially for a Grandmaster level Protoss. Let's see. Chrono boosting that. If he did this again, yeah, okay. I'm sorry, guys. It's in my mind he is 75% cheating, and everything he does is just too sus. This, my build, and I'm not kidding. Every Grandmaster Protoss knows this. My build looks like a proxy Reaper. The reason why is because I have 2 gases fast, I have a lot of SCVs, so it's only 1 barracks proxied, and I have a factory at home, okay? There is absolutely no world in which this looks like a build against which you go for a 1 base robo. So yeah, you know, it's not 100%, but this guy is, let's just say I'll look out for him in my own tournaments, because it's a little bit crazy. I can't lie about it. It's a little much. Now I probably should stop. Oops. Probably should stop building Marauders at some point. I guess I need at least 4. At least I will have like a little bit of a medevac drop on my hands. Now he's gonna have a Immortal or a War Person pretty soon. I'm not even sure which one would be worse, to be honest. I guess we will see. So now we are finding ourselves in a pretty problematic spot. Is he going to try to save it? He's going to try to save it. Okay. Probably the right play here for sure. Okay, let's pull this one back. He's pretty much trying to... I'm actually going to get Stim here. Why not? Stim and a medevac. Let's go. He's buying time for his robo units. That's pretty much what he's trying to do. Okay, so it is an immortal. Now we just run away. And sadly for us, this is going to be a very difficult win from this point on. I could do some damage with a Hellion drop. I could also go for the Hellbat frontal attack. I think both of these would be fine. It's a tough decision for sure. Like, his eco is also not that good. That's kind of the thing, right? Marauders are going to be pretty bad against Immortals, obviously. Now, I can also make Hellbats. I think I'm just going to do both a little bit and see what I can get away with. That's the play for now. So I could go for a 3 Hellion drop or a 4 Hellion drop. He does have... There's actually a gap over there. So that could maybe be something that I could use. I could also try to drop a little bit closer. Okay, let's send this over here. I'm making Stim now. I don't think... Did he have a sentry? I don't think he had a sentry, right? Well, I wouldn't be surprised if he makes one. But I don't think he had one early on. Now, let's see what he's going to do against my Hellion drop over here. He does have a pylon. Let's see, does he still have that gap? He does still have that gap. That is nice. Okay, here we go. Let's roast a couple probes. Stalker. Actually, he doesn't have too much anti-air. It's just a couple Stalkers, really. Now, I'm going to pull the boys, and we're just going to go for it, I think. That is the play. He has a fake... I mean, I assume it's a fake Oracle, but it could also be a real one, I guess, technically. Okay, now he sees my army over here. He sees I have 1,000,000 Marauders. The boys... He's going to miss the SCV pool here, which is nice for me. Now, let's see. Did he make a little batteries? He made 1 battery, looks like, at the front. Okay. SCVs are going to be slightly late. I'll go for a scan. He did it for a Robo Bay, actually, interestingly enough. Oh, he's going to try to... Oh, that's not good by him, I think. I'm going to be able to kill the Immortals very fast. He went forward. Okay, let me move these a little bit further back because the Immortal is trying to defend them. And now I think we can slow him on the ramp, and that should be a kill on the Immortal. Let me actually quickly kill this. I think he's... Is he making a Colossus or a Disruptor? I actually wouldn't be able to tell. Either way, I should be able to target it down, I think. Okay, he's trying to Chrono Boost it. It is not going to finish, and that is going to be it for Mr. Perceive over here. Very happy with this victory. I have a feeling that a lot of you are going to be very happy with this one as well. Just going to try to target down my Marauders, but that is not going to be in time. It's pretty decent energy recharge there, but obviously it's not quite going to be enough. There we go. Does have an Observer here as well. And judging by the fact that he's not leaving, I think he's also unhappy with this one. Unless he is making DTs or something. Warping in 1 Stark over there. GG is called. And we do beat Perceive with the Proxy and with the Bomb Cloud. There we freaking go. Now, just like I said in the last game, obviously we are going to go for a little bit of a check. Now, I want to see one thing over here, mostly. SCV goes out, and then he decides to Pylon Scout, right? Wait, it's even... Okay, that just made it more suspicious. I don't know if you guys saw that, but look... Either you scout instantly, if you want to do this, or you scout after the Pylon, but it looks like he built the Pylon... And then something made him decide to scout. Okay, I mean that's strike 1 for this game. That is for sure. Now he's not stupid enough to click on the proxy. That's what I would expect, of course. Well, let's see. I'm extremely curious about what he's actually going to scout for. So, look at my base. There's a pylon on the ramp. That I'm not quite sure what that is about. He doesn't actually even look at his probe, by the way. But he literally didn't even look at what he scouted. He literally didn't look. You guys see that? He didn't even... I don't think he looked a single time after walking up the ramp. Right? Okay, he looks now, then he just goes around my base, and he doesn't look at my SCV count, doesn't look at... This is a Grandmaster Protoss, by the way, guys. Doesn't look at my SCV count, doesn't look at my gases. Yeah, this is 100% a Proxy Reaper, by the way. Well, it can be this build, but it's not a build that people do. So at this point, every single Protoss player would assume that it is indeed a Proxy Reaper. Now, what do you do against a Proxy Reaper? It's actually very simple. You just take your Nexus, because it's just a Reaper, right? You take your Nexus, you make the Zealot, that's the right call. You make the Zealot, build the Nexus. If this is a Proxy Reaper, this guy is dead, okay? 100% dead. And he should know this. 1 base Robo against a Proxy Reaper is crazy. Like, absolutely crazy. And he's, like, very carefully staying on top of his ramp, not covering the Reaper Cliff, by the way. No battery, not covering the Reaper Cliff. Still hasn't seen anything. Chrono Boost and Immortal. He hasn't seen the Marauders, by the way, guys. He hasn't seen the Marauder. Chrono Boost an Immortal. I mean, it's a little crazy. All of it is definitely a little crazy. I mean, what I'm gonna say is that I think this guy is probably either cheating or watching the cast, right? Because there's a couple streamers in, but it is not a 100% because he could also just be a very questionable player, which is very questionable at Grandmaster, that got extremely lucky and somehow doesn't know the basics of any build as a Grandmaster player. It's possible. And for that reason, I would prefer you guys to not witch hunt him in general. Please don't do that anyway. I'm really just sharing my journey here, and I beat him anyway, so that's okay. I do think I will tell the organizers of the tournament that I do indeed think he's suspicious, because they do deserve to know that, right? And I think I have a pretty well-formed opinion, as you guys can see. I always make sure to double check, okay? I would never want to make an accusation without double checking. This part is also a little bit crazy, right? Like, not sending the observer. Like, he doesn't know anything. Literally nothing. Doesn't send the observer across the map. Like, it's just, it's insane. Like, he's chrono boosting 3 Immortals, having no idea whether I have an expansion, anything over here. Like, it's, once again, it could be an Omega blind counter, but I don't really trust it entirely. So I'll tell the tournament organizer, but for you guys, just leave the guy alone. Enjoy my victory. And for us, we get to go to round number 2. The second series is going to be a rematch of last week's upgrade rush match against Nicorect, which we did lose 1-2 at the time, but I still thought it was a pretty massive success to beat someone as good as Nicorect with the fastest upgrade rush possible. You guys don't remember the build? It was what was it? Gas Depot Engineering Bay. Absolutely, actually I should wall the front against him. Absolutely delicious build order, honestly. Now today we're going to be doing other stuff. I don't know what yet, but we are going to do some cool stuff, of course. Now I did message the host, and they kind of sounded like they were arriving at the same conclusion. So we'll see what happens to Mr. Perceive from here on out. It's actually pretty hard to pay attention to that all the time. I kind of feel bad for the tournament organizers. Like, I had to ban a hacker from my 2v2 circuit at some point, right? And then he would just play on someone else's... Like, I don't know if he paid the guy or whatever, but he would just show up playing on someone else's account, and it's not like I can watch every single game. Like, you only find after. And other people might not realize that they're cheating, you know? I feel like I have a pretty good cheater radar, but other people might not realize this quickly, so it's... I kind of feel bad for the tournament organizer, because apparently this guy is already someone's other name, and I feel like as soon as he gets banned or gets a bad reputation, he's just going to make another name again, and then they're going to have to find him again, so it's not easy for them. Poor guys. Anyway, I think what I would like to do for game number 1 is actually the Chinese build. I don't know if you guys remember what the Chinese build is. The only reason it's called that is because I stole it from a Chinese player like 5 years ago. And I actually did really well with it, by the way. It's such a dumb build, but for some reason it worked. In IM Katowice back then, the biggest tournament of the year, I went 3-0 against Korean Terrans with this build. I won 1 game against TY and 2 against Bunny, for the people that know all the players. And it's basically going for a 1-base 1-1-1 and then just attacking with a million Reapers and a Liberator. Or a Medevac, you can actually choose. But I think the Liberator was usually my preferred version. It's one of those builds that shouldn't work, but sometimes it just pops off, you know? I think I also I had a game against Bian. That's a little bit more recent, but still a couple years ago already, in Valencia, where I owned him with the build, but then I messed it up and lost after. But I don't know. It's a good build somehow. I don't know why, but it kind of works, you know? Now, the problem against Nicorect here is I am stuck playing on the EU server because the NA server is dead, so I'm gonna have to play with 200 ping against, well, not 0, but, you know, 30 or whatever, so that is obviously pretty unpleasant here. Let's see, can I save all of these? He should start running away soon because of the Hellion. He might kill 1. That's actually not so bad. I think I can definitely live with 1 loss there. But yeah, if you guys remember him, he's great at Reaper Hellion Micro, and he has at least the 100 ping advantage, so it's not going to be an easy match for sure, and stuff like that is bound to happen. I don't think there's a build that I can do that's like a super strong counter against early aggression like that, so I think I'm just going to have to play well, really. That's the only option I have. Now, I would love to find his Reaper, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I have 24 SCVs already. I couldn't stand on top of this ramp. Then I would be a little afraid that he's going to run into my main base. That would make this a little bit annoying. See, one more Hellion. Liberator goes into the main base. And then we'll see. And it's basically just a very brutal one-base push that if they defend well with Cyclones and whatever, they should be able to deal with it. But for some reason, since no one expects you to do this baboonery, it kind of works. That's pretty much the whole explanation of the build. You can also do this with a proxied starport. That is also a pretty nice version. Okay, so the Liberator's on the way now. Yeah, I'm just going to have to go across. I am going to send one Reaper a little bit to the side here, just to see. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything on the way. I guess Nicorrect, I found myself getting unlucky a couple times where I miss his army with one of those builds where I can't afford to miss his army with, and then he runs into my base as well, and then we're in a bit of trouble. So I guess we'll see if that's going to happen. Okay, Liberator's going to arrive shortly. He does have the Cyclone out here. Oh, this got a good grenade though, isn't it? It was a pretty nice grenade. There we go. Okay, good damage so far. Liberator is going to go ham. I can actually go for the Cyclone too. That's going to be a nice lib actually, looks like. Yeah, look, that's a nice Liberator for sure. And I can go in at the front again because he's moving. So I'm going to move this Liberator real quick. Oh, I kind of moved the wrong way there for a second. Oh, that's going to be a nice hit though. A couple of units going down. He also dropped an auto turret, by the way, which is great. Cyclone might move back. I guess we'll see. Okay. Oh, he does have a tank now, sadly for me. I'm not going to get that final shot off. And honestly, that was not quite good enough, I think. I should have played it a little bit more patient, I want to say. What I should have done is probably just... yeah, wait for the Liberator. I don't think I could have used the Liberator on the front. Yeah, I think I probably should have just waited for the Liberator. It's probably the best play that I would have had. Now, I'm going to try to make up for it by doing a crazy kind of timing. And I'm going to go for instant Vikings, basically. That is the play. And I might even play this a little bit on the greedy side. Basically... oh, he's checking if I have a base. Of course I have a base, my friend. Don't be silly. I would never do crazy one-base stuff. Come on, man. Because I could be a little greedy by not defending my main base. And I know that sounds really dumb. But if he uses, for example, auto turrets or drops or any unit to kill my main base or harass the workers, right? Then he has less to defend at home, and I think we're in a position where I really do want to kill him. I don't think I want to have a drawn-out game. I feel like he's going to be too far ahead in one of those scenarios, so I kind of just want to go for it. He's going to have more Ravens than me. If he attacks frontally with the Ravens, I think it's going to be a tough one for sure. Okay, so he is here. Oh, that's a tough timing to unsiege. That is for sure. Okay, he has a lot of auto turrets. I could maybe like bait him as well. Let's see, I'm kind of trying to bait him a little bit here. If I can force him to drop auto turrets, is he gonna siege there? Maybe. Not gonna siege yet, actually. Okay. If we get a nice lock-on, that'd be great. We do get the lock-on, that's fantastic news. Okay, here we go. Siege the Liberator as well. The Liberator could get some good shots off as well. He's probably gonna drop some auto turrets. Exactly, there's a couple auto turrets dropped, and we just get out of there. That's the bait that I wanted. Okay, here we go. Liberator stays alive. Do take a little bit of damage from that siege tank there, unfortunately. I think I have some time to go back and repair, right? I mean, I have a lot of low HP units. I feel like we should be able to go back home and repair our stuff a little bit. Mostly this Liberator, I want to say, is important. I can also pull SCVs, by the way. I know that's pretty insane against Terran. I'm not sure if it's good, but it's something I mean, honestly, it's pretty cool, right? Should I go for it, guys? I kind of want to go for an SCV pool. If you look at my resource ratio, it's not like I actually need minerals for this. Once again, I don't believe that I can transition out of this, so... okay, he could have gone back. He also could have gone for an attack on my base, of course. So I guess we'll see. I don't see him yet. Oh, that looks like a... oh, no, he's still at home. Okay. Let's see, I'm gonna go over here. Do I have enough? I can probably... okay, make sure to not take damage from... what? Oh, what the hell? I forgot I had those there for a second. Okay, oh, no. Please. Oh, we're barely gonna win that, but... wait, we're not gonna win that, actually. Oh, that is crazy. How is that even possible? What? How did my tank lose that? I swear my tank attacked first? What the hell did I just see? Did I just get it wrong? I guess his tank must have attacked first, though. Yeah, definitely a little bit too far behind after that start. The Chinese build doesn't cut it, guys, unfortunately. Let's see if I could have done anything here. I mean, I don't think so, actually. It's like we're up 2 Vikings, but we're down the entire production, the upgrades, 2 Ravens with... how much energy is it? Mine has 1 auto turret. He has well, by the time the fight started, he was going to have 6. Yeah, there was no way we were going to win this one. The supply is relatively close, but it's because we're behind in all those important things. Not quite sure how much better we really could have done that initial attack, to be fair. Obviously, the ping is also a bit of an issue, right? Once again, we're down 130 ping, so that makes micro builds like this a little bit harder. Let's see. The attack is going to happen. It's also possible that the map is a little bit too big, by the way, because the Liberator is slower than the rest of the stuff. So on a smaller map, the Liberator arrives at a decent time, but here, as you can see, like I could have waited and arrive even later, right? After maybe like another 2 Marines or whatever, or I need to do it on a smaller map. SCV count is up 6 for him, and his command center is way faster, and he already has a Raven. Yeah, definitely not good enough. Could be too big of a map. Once again, I didn't realize for the first series, the guy just told me to host maps, so I did, but apparently this is also played on new maps, so it's kind of funny, and I still don't really know the new maps. But okay, that's a nice warm-up game. Gets us in the mood a little bit for Nicaragua in particular. Let's go to game number 2. Okay, game number 2 is going to be on At Eternity's Edge. And I'm trying to think of strats that I can do that would kind of negate the ping advantage a little bit. One thing that is a very nice way to frame series like this, where you're at a bit of a disadvantage, is to just try to find solutions to the problems you have. Because I noticed that when you try to find a solution, it just... or really focus on that, it makes it feel much better than worrying about what disadvantage you have, right? So here we're playing on less ping. So the best thing I can do is to do a strat that kind of negates that. So I actually had 2 things in mind. One of them, which is what I'm gonna do, was to go for Reactor Hellion and expand on the high ground, which is a build I really like, so that's nice. Another build I had in mind was actually to go for Marauder first from home, which is not objectively a good build, but it's one of those builds that really offers excellent mind games, you know? So that is another choice. Now I could play this greedy, or I could scout. This map is really short. Yeah, let's just go for a scout. My instinct told me to scout, so we're gonna scout. It's a little bit annoying to scout when you play a build like this, because it's pretty tight when it comes to the resources. Often your Hellions are just a bit too late to deal with the 2 Reapers, depending on how fast your opponent is. And then you can lose like 3 workers, which is very problematic in TVT. So ideally, you don't spend any resources that you don't have to. But I know that he also SCV scouts, so I think it should probably be okay. Now he is going to scout my expansion, I think. I'm doing a little bit of a fake proxy by building it back here, but I only have the 1 gas, so he should be pretty well aware of what this is. Now, this looks like it's just going to be a double gas from his side, of course. That's what I always expect from him. He's really good at just Reaper Hellion micro, so I just expect him to always build Reapers and Hellions, really. That's what it comes down to. Okay, so he's going to see the barracks now. Once again, you know, he was going to expect this. When he saw the 1 gas and all the SCVs here, he knew that it would just be a regular build. Or well, I mean, yeah, I would still call this regular, actually. I know it's a little bit mind-gamey and stuff, but okay. So now, next mission. I don't know, where's the Reaper Cliff here? It always, it's a bit difficult to see sometimes. Okay, it's over there. I do feel like he usually likes to go onto the ramp. So I'm just going to stand on top of the ramp. And I could keep one of my SCVs with me to help against the, to help with the micro as well. That wouldn't be that crazy, to be honest. Maybe I can just put it reactively as well. The Reaper should arrive like now-ish. So if he jumps up, I can always pull this reactively. I think should be okay. Okay, so he's not here yet. That is interesting. He could also use his own SCV, of course, to go up. I'm just going to move my Reaper back a little bit, just to make sure. If I was him, or well... No, that's not the right way to say it, because I probably wouldn't do the same strat, but... Putting myself in his shoes, I feel like what he would do is save 2 Reapers and then go in. That's what I think he would do. So not make a reactor, just make 2 Reapers and then go in. Because it's pretty good against this style, because the Hellions are a bit late. Can also go completely passive, which seems like that's what he's doing, actually. That surprised me a little bit from him. Oh, no, he did actually go for the 2 Reapers. Look at that. Oh, look. Wow. It's going to be... Can I... Oh, barely not going to save that, but that's a really good trade. Nice. Okay, so he did it, but it arrived a little later than expected, actually. I'm not quite sure if it was a mind game or if it was just the angle he took. Because normally that is the problem with these kind of builds, that you get kind of owned by the 2 Reapers coming in. That's pretty much how you can get the advantage of the fast expansion back, right? Because you kill a couple SCVs. I'm going to wall this off. Oh, that's a lot of units that he's going to lose as well. Can I save 1? Probably not. I should be able to kill at least 1 more car, I think. Well, think it's probably better to go back. Now, he's not going to expect me to have this wall. Look, he's going to try to go up. Exactly. Yeah, that's nice. Very happy that I did that. Beautiful. Okay. He's very, very aggressive. Oh, I made a Banshee by accident. Oh, that sucks a little bit. That was supposed to be a Raven. Okay. Well, I'm going to send it in anyway. I mean, I guess we'll see. He does still have a Hellion out there somewhere. I'm now going to switch these over. Now, I would love to go for some kind of timing attack behind this. There you go. I did know my Nicorach. He's not as predictable as he used to be, but I know that he's such an aggressive guy. He will always try to get back in there, right? Now, this is a really funny attack that I have. 7 Hellions and a Banshee. Oh, maybe I can kill that, actually. Can I kill that? Oh, it's a good block. Oh, it's barely not going to work. Oh, actually, the auto turret's kind of nice to get, to be honest. That was a little bit of a bonus for me because I messed it up there. I thought I was going to kill it, but he had a couple more units behind it than I had anticipated. Okay. I do think it's a good moment for me to go for a double starport. Yeah, that's going to be nice. Let's go for maybe even a triple starport, actually. How about that? I'm going to send this guy around. Let's see. Does he have a tank yet? Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's get these gases. You go into the main base, and then we're just going to try to get some damage with this Banshee. I made it by accident, so might as well, you know, put it to good use. Cyclone would counter it pretty well, of course. Then we're going to get like 5, actually. It's quite nice. Maybe even 6. Let's see. Barely not 6. That is really, really nice, honestly. That's very, very nice. Keep in mind, I'm the one that went for the more economic build here, right? So that is definitely a good prospect for us. Now, I do need to make sure that I survive against a potential tank push. It's kind of the downside of Banshee, if you're wondering, because that just looks insane, right? Going in and killing a million, well, not a million, but 5 workers for free. It's a lot for TVT. It's really a lot. You're like, what is the downside? The downside is that your Ravens are late. So now he's going to have more interference matrices and stuff than me. And that could prove to be problematic. But what we're going to have to do... Actually, I might have to siege even a little bit further forward, because he could have this position over here, which looks incredibly unpleasant. So I'm just going to stand here. Keep making units. I got my 3rd Raven now, which is great. Let's get an engineering bay as well. Is he going to try? He might try. I'll be ready to pull the SCVs. Okay, he's just going to stand over there for now. Is he going to try and matrix it? Probably. Yeah, that's what I had expected. Okay, here we go. And then I'm just going to drop a bunch of turret. Looks like a pretty good fight for us, actually, because the tanks are going to die pretty much instantly. I'm going to pull the SCVs back as well, and it's going to be a very nice, successful cleanup. Love that. Once again, I know we lost SCVs, but we have the fast 3rd command center here, guys. So I feel like we do find ourselves in a decent spot here. I did use all my auto turrets, so that's another thing. Did he use a Cyclone? That would be very nice if he did. It's easy to be like, yo, we crushed him. Let's go across the map. Yeah, the problem is that I also used all of my Raven energy, right? So I don't... Like, these Ravens are out of juice. They got nothing, okay? They got absolutely nothing. Now, he's very far forward because he's not expecting me to have Vikings, I think. So that could be a little painful for him. Making a couple more as well. Can I stay here? Maybe. I could actually get some turrets at the front as well. Is that insane? Actually a pretty decent initial trade there. Gotta be careful with these Ravens though. Of course. At some point he's gotta get interference matrices, but he can't really use them at the same time. Because if he uses interference matrices, that means that I have auto turrets and he doesn't. Okay? That's kind of what that means. Now, my follow-up is something to keep in mind, because it's not going to be super clean from this. In fact, I should probably just keep... Oh, wait, I have 2 Vikings over here. They're chilling. Yeah, maybe Liberator's actually the best possible play, I think. Oh, no, not you guys. Oh, my goodness, that was a little bit of a mistake there, unfortunately. Oh, he's going to try to go for this. I don't think you want to do that, honestly. This is the problem. Look, he now launches those, but then I have the auto turrets. The auto turrets buy time. It really sucks, by the way, that my freaking Vikings were at home. I missed 2 freaking Vikings for that whole fight, which is really a bit of a problem. And now I lost my Ravens. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw what happened in the start of that fight, but I thought I had my Vikings hotkeyed, but I had my Ravens hotkeyed. So I sent my Ravens forward instead, and then my Vikings took free damage, and that really was very, very painful there. Okay. Loses a Viking, that's nice. Now I have 4 siege tanks here. He has 1 Raven left. Okay. I'm just going to keep sending stuff over here. I'm actually very tempted to make turrets at the front. He does have... Wait, I saw... There's no way he's making medevacs, right? I feel like there has to be no way. Actually, it kind of looks like he did, to be honest. It kind of looks like he did. Did he leave with those? I think he might have left. Yeah, he left with those. Oh, that's unfortunate. Then we have to go back. Okay. This is a very scary situation here, because he can also sandwich me or do anything like that. which is not what I want to have happen. Oh, look at that. Oh, the tank. That's actually a really sick tank, by the way. That is such a good tank that I see. Can you guys believe what I... Okay, that is insane, no? That is actually... That is so sick, that siege tank. Oh, I was like, he might be here with his units, and actually, that is crazy what I just did. Also, no stim on those units, by the way, looks like. Interestingly enough. All right, let's see if I can... Where is Mr. Guy? He's taking that third base. Okay, interesting. Is his army here? His army does look to be here. It is a pretty sizable army. I can go and kill these gases, perhaps. That wouldn't be a bad play. I think I saw him unsiege a couple. Okay. Get the Raven, maybe. We do get the Raven. And we get that, which is great. Now, the defense here is really going to be quite difficult. I'm actually going to make a planetary at the front already, I think. Okay. Where are the Marines going? Are they going to go across? Not yet, looks like. Oh, they did go across already. Oh, I missed it. Yeah, this could be GG, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I don't really have... you can't really stop this kind of stuff when you don't have units at home. And you're not playing bio either, that's kind of problematic. Oh, he's gonna go for it. Okay, that's an interesting play, because I do have the landed Vikings as well, but I am gonna lose vision shortly. Oh, the vision loss is absolutely brutal, and I think that we are probably going to lose this game. I'm not gonna give up yet here, though, because I do have a good economy, right? But it is definitely a little bit problematic. I can't believe that he actually he managed to sneak out really just by the skin of his teeth, lost that Liberator because of the ping, and GG is gonna have to be called. Not quite sure what I could have done better here, actually. I think at some point maybe I just had to stay at home. Let's take a look at the situation here quickly. So we're up in supply, and that's kind of... Yeah, I mean, it's definitely... I mean, it's not... How would I call it? I was going to say fake. It's not fake because I have an advantage in some way, but also a big disadvantage in others, right? Because he's going up to 5 barracks. He has the double upgrades. I don't have any production. I just have the double starport. So ideally, I needed to kill him. It's actually very possible that this fight was already too bad for us. I'm kind of thinking about what else I could have done, because honestly, at the point where I was, where we just lost, I don't think you should really win the game from there, only if he makes mistakes. Like, I'm pretty good at camping if I want to, right? Building a lot of turrets everywhere and just camp and really sit out forever. I'm pretty good at that. But I think theoretically, you should lose that. So I kind of want to see what I could have done better. I mean, it's 1-1 already as well. Oh, he did have stim, he just didn't use it. Okay, that actually tripped me up a little bit, because he had stim and combat shield now already. He just didn't use it initially. What do I have? Yeah, my army is just so much weaker than him. Yeah. I mean, it sucks, but I think the only option I would have had would have just been to camp like crazy, and I think theoretically I should have lost that game. I guess I should have just been able to do a little more damage. I think the fights initially were actually a little bit too bad. Like, I know it looked a little good, right? By the way, there is a loser bracket, so don't worry. We still have our chances. Just so you guys know, I'm not just yapping in for another hour or however long this video is. But I think I needed to do more damage early on, so I think maybe the miss-hotkey of that Ravens really did cost me a lot, because my Vikings would have traded better, auto turrets would have gone out a little smoother in a better location maybe, so that was probably the most important moment. Besides that, I think it was a pretty fine game, and that's it for an unfortunate series, but we still have the entire loser bracket ahead of us, which we're totally gonna destroy. Let's do it. Okay, we actually got a very difficult loser bracket matchup on our hands. We're playing against Gerald, and I was kind of wondering how he dropped down so early, because to get matched with me in the loser bracket, that means that he must have lost a round before me, meaning he lost in round 1. And Gerald's pretty good, so that's actually quite surprising to me. I saw he lost to someone called F2 Click. Which, I don't know who that is, but it sounds pretty funny. F2 is the all-army hotkey, by the way. So, alright. Now, let's see. What are we gonna do here, guys? He's talking about... I was talking to him in the lobby. I was wondering... Because I only play tournaments sometimes. I'm not an active player anymore, right? So I was wondering... If they play on these cups, on maps that are not in the ladder... Excuse me. Do they actually get used to them, or do they also not remember? But it also seems like they don't remember. And it's like too many maps for them as well. So it's... Yeah, I don't know. I still think it's cool to play on new maps, but I don't know how the pros feel about it. I'm gonna go for a double gas. And the main reason I'm gonna go for a double gas is just to scare him. Because I remember that he always makes double battery against my double gas. So I think I'll just do that. And then actually I could do something... should we do something cheeky? Let's do something cheeky I haven't done before. That sounds fun. I'll go for a Reaper Expand. Reaper Factory Expand. And then, since I think he's gonna make mass batteries, instead of doing anything that like does healable damage, I'll just go for reactor widow mine drops or something. How about that? Let's give that a try. It's okay. It's always fun to experiment for me. Sometimes your build absolutely fails horribly. Sometimes you find something epic. You know, those are the two options. And if you fail horribly, that's fine. Happens to the best. If you don't, you might find something really cool. So there's that. Okay, so now he knows it's double gas. I kind of want to find that probe with my Reaper. We do have the nice spot for the add-on, by the way. The add-on can't be blocked by the probe, which is nice. Very specifically, when you lift your command center. Is he hiding in here? I thought I saw something. I do. Okay, did I actually see that, or did I just get lucky? I really thought I saw it there, but that's... I don't know. I feel like usually when I say something like that, I saw it. You guys play it frame by frame and see it for like 1 frame or something, you know? We got him good. Let's give him an Eye of the Tiger. Okay, let's get Starport, and then we get Reactor Widow Mine. Stalker first. Okay, I was scared that I was actually gonna... Hey, he didn't come back. You guys saw, I wanted to force him to come back, but he didn't. You bastard. Alright. Oh no, he has a Zealot. That is not fun for me. Probably gonna send the Stalker as well. I'll probably keep working on this command center a little bit if I micro properly, I guess, at least. Okay, there's... Ooh, that's a lot of units that he's building. That is not pleasant. That's really not pleasant. He is actually letting me build the command center, which is great. Let's see, maybe I can burrow Widow Mine next to it. He's actually following me around. Okay, watch the grenade. Watch the grenade. Oh, that was close. Oh, we almost killed it, but barely not. There we go. We're gonna kill that Zealot, I think. Yeah. And then we get this one a bit further out. Okay. Actually gonna try and kill the Widow Mine, interestingly enough. Gonna keep microing over here. The only thing we really can do in this case. Here we go, burrow you over here. Getting a little close. Oh, what? Are you serious? Oh, that is so lucky. Did he forget he was there? You guys saw that shit? That's messed up, guys. That's actually messed up. I think he was gonna lose that Stalker to that Widow Mine as well. But he was just like, yeah, whatever. Oh, that's a little bit of a lag spike there. Let's get back to building that command center. Yeah, really not the nicest strategy ever for us to play against, that is for sure. Oh, he went for 2 adepts even, actually. Okay, let's go send these across. He's gonna lose one of those to the Widow Mine, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe both? Oh, that would have been very juicy if he lost both. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I could have saved that away. Or moved that away for sure. He could try to bait the Widow Mine with the Shade. I don't know if he's gonna go for that. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna lose an SCV. That's a bit unfortunate. Okay. Throw these over here. Move this over here. There's pretty good distraction, though. Like, he could actually get annihilated by this drop if he's not paying attention. Let's see. Oh, it's gonna be close. One shot is gonna go off for sure. Another one. Oh, it's pretty nice, actually. Okay, let's unburrow these. I'm gonna put them all into the medevac besides this one. Is there still something over here? There's still units over here, surprisingly. He's gonna lose a Stalker. That is great. I have another Widow Mine over here. One more that has a shot. Let's move this one quickly. So he's gonna be able to kill that Adept. Then we go back into the medevac. I don't know if I can actually hide here. Should be able to. Looks like I did kill that Adept, which is nice, but I still don't have a base. I killed another unit. Oh my goodness, he is losing a lot of stuff here to these Widow Mines, which is fantastic news for us. Okay, then I think we'll keep one out in front. Get a tech lab on this guy. Widow Mines in this guy. And... I mean... If we didn't kill so many units, I would say we're completely screwed for sure. But since we killed so many units with those Widow Mines, I'm actually not entirely sure, you know? I'm not entirely sure. I feel like we should still be in trouble because he's gonna have Blink and I'm just not gonna have anything to deal with it. But I don't know. I feel like there's a little chance here. I'm gonna make 1 tank, actually. I think it'll be okay. Let's kill 1 tank. And then I'm gonna fly these in here, see if I can kill something. Let's have a lot of Stalkers ready. Okay. And now, oh no, I didn't have it hotkeyed. Oh, that's annoying for me, eh? I was really hoping that this would be a clean execution, but it was the opposite, in fact. Okay, please. This is terrible execution for some reason. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm messing it all up royally. Okay, can I save one? Can I hide here? Is there a chance? No, right? There's no way. Okay, that would have been a sick hiding spot, but not gonna happen. Alright, so this one is alive with 2 Widow Mines inside, which he may or may not have realized. Gonna get a turret out in the front as well. You go over here. Yeah. What a game. It's a pretty cool strategy I did. I think against his strategy, there should have been absolutely no way that this would have worked, okay? Because I feel like he lost 6 units to my Widow Mines that he probably could have saved. And we might still just be dead, you know? So against his strategy, this build definitely was not going to work. Otherwise, I don't know. It's kind of a cool build. It definitely makes for a fun, active gameplay. So that is nice. Sucks that I messed up my hotkeys in 2 different ways, but I don't know what the second way is. The first one was that I didn't hotkey my medevac on 2, so I couldn't send both of them in. And then I also had my command center selected instead of my medevac or something. I don't know exactly what I did there, but it was something like that. Okay. Did I see? I feel like I saw a Templar Archives. I didn't? Okay. What did I see then? I feel like my brain saw something of importance. Maybe it was just a gateway? It's kind of funny how that works, right? Let's see. Is there... I don't see an observer. Could be that it's hidden, of course. How many SCVs do I have? Very little. Okay. The fact that I'm not anywhere near 50 SCVs yet, that lets me know that I probably need to do something semi-urgently, I would say. Otherwise, I think we're going to find ourselves a little bit too far behind for the macro game. So I'm going to have this drop over here, which may or may not have been spotted by an observer. Let's get that one ready to attack as well. And then we're going to go finish the triple prong by attacking frontally with this army as well. That's the play. Here we go. And this army is like, it's not a throwaway, but it is more of a distraction than anything else. That's pretty much what this army is. Okay, so we move across with this. My medevacs are going to be a little awkward. Let's boost these as well. I guess I can unhotkey the Widow Mines. I think they're the least important drop right now. Okay, I saw something there. I'm not sure what it was, but I did see something. Let's see. Still have Stalkers here. He does still have Stalkers. It's going to be a nice distraction, though. Let's see. Does he have this base? He does have this base. He went for a Colossus, actually. That is unpleasant. Does he have a recall? He does have a recall, but I still have to go for it anyway. Let's see. Is it going to be a recall instantly? It is going to be a recall. Let's see. So I'm going to go over here. Target that Colossus. Let's see if I can get it. What? Why did it not? I swear I targeted that. Didn't I target it just now? Okay, I guess not. Okay, let's kill the probes over here. That is the right play, I think. Even the playing field a little bit. Get you guys back. Please escape. I thought I had you guys escape already. And now, well, yeah. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Oh, please. It would be really nice to save that. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Okay. Would have been... Yo, what's going... Oh, is maybe the airspace a little weird on this map or something? That's kind of what it looks like, right? I'm going to send another Widow Mine drop because there's no point in having that many Widow Mines. These Widow Mines did kill something. I don't know what it is. Oh, we're going to shoot a Zealot now as well. That's great. Maybe another one? Sentry? Oh, the 3-target. Yes, sir. That is beautiful. What? Oh, the airspace is actually messed up. Okay, I see it now, yeah. Now, just for the map makers, if there's anything that makes a map an instant veto for me, actually instant is weird airspace stuff. Because you are going to lose full medevacs to it, and you are going to lose the game instantly, and no one wants that. So that is my take on... Like, this is just... I don't know exactly what happened. It just looks like that mountain is a little air blocker, but it just makes it awkward. And my medevac was literally stuck here all this time, which is just no bueno. Okay, so there's mining from this base already as well. Yeah, I think we're going to have to make something happen. Okay, let's get you guys in here. And then I tried to stop you guys. Let's go to the main base as well. I do have a nice double prong setup here, but I don't know. It does look like we're a bit too far behind from the early game still. Okay, I don't know if that got stuck again or whatever happened, but it's all good. Don't have my base hotkeyed, unfortunately. Definitely a little bit of miss-hotkeying issues this game so far. Oh, that is a blink and a half. Sucks that his army is freaking gargantuan, though. Please boost. Thank you. Here we go. Does have another recall available, probably. It's hard to be out of position with the Protoss. Trust me. Okay. Stalkers might arrive soon, so let's try to save. There we go. That's pretty nice. Get this to be a planetary. You guys go over here. Yeah, I think at this point we lost a couple too many units to the point where I don't think we should be able to win this one anymore, but I don't want to give up on the game yet. So we're going to keep trying for now. Okay, stacking over here. I do have a nice planetary over here, though. Did he keep units over here? Maybe. Let's see. No, he didn't. It's pretty nice, actually. We're going to get a pretty decent fight. Also going to kill some units over here. Some probes, rather. That's great. Probably going to try and blink down, if I had to guess. Doesn't look like it for now. Then I'm just going to hide again. We have a couple of extra barracks over here that I wasn't using yet.
Not enough.
I mean, we're making some good stuff happen. Oh, that was... I'm not gonna lie, that was not a move. I feel like it's kind of a silly move, to be honest, and I wasn't expecting it from a player as good as Gerald. That's my bad. Should have been paying more attention. Yeah, he's gonna be able to kill those rocks if he wants to, so I gotta be careful there. Alright, well now we only have one option left. Let's get those over here. Can I maybe get back in here one more time? Would be nice. Actually, it is kind of a nice location. Or nice little... well, actually, barely not. Okay, I didn't realize the Zealots could reach in that angle. Okay, so now we're gonna have to go across. The main base has been forfeit. This map is going onto my permanent veto list from now on for multiple reasons. Unfortunately, for whoever made Blackrock, these little chokes are annoying the hell out of me. So does the airspace. But let's do a little bit of a desperate final push here. I can't even really walk through this. Like, it's so crazy how small that is. That is insane. Wasn't completely in position there. I think actually pretty good micro there for sure, but I just don't think we have enough now. Alright, so the build was cool, guys, but look at this. Like, this is crazy, man. Who makes chokes like that, honestly? That is so bad. Freaking, that's not even a force field. I have never seen that. It's not even a force field choke. It's a 1 SCV choke. That is crazy. Get rid of that, guys. Come on. Oh my goodness, that's insane. Anyway, the build was fun, but it sucks, unfortunately. Because I really don't think this game could have gone much... Well, okay, once again, he did have the perfect build against what I was doing, right? Chronoboost, Zealot, and Stalker. It's pretty much a free win, but... it still went so incredibly well because he lost so... Look at this, he lost so many units for free. Like, it's just insane. And we were still so far behind that despite a couple of consistent outplays, let's be honest, killed a lot of pros, we were still not able to come back. So, even though the build is cool, probably not going to be seeing it much more from this point out. Let's see how many workers I killed this game, actually. It's probably not too ridiculous, right? Just a decent amount, I want to guess. Yeah, okay, it's more than a decent amount. Yep, the build sucks, guys. And Protoss is also busted, let's be honest. But the build sucks, more importantly, so the next time we'll do something else. But that's gonna be it for today, guys. Hope you guys had a fantastic time. Really not my best run ever. In fact, probably one of my worst runs in recent memory, to be honest. But it is what it is. Not every day can work out. A little bit of unfortunate with the ping situation against Nicorect and here. Yeah, I didn't really have a great build ready for Protoss, so I winged it. And this time, sadly, our winged build was not fantastic, but it is what it is. Hope you guys had a fantastic time anyway with me today. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and see you all for the next one. Adios.